What up, y'all? It's your boy Anton. This is Simply Marvelous. I'm here with my better half today. Just me and my better half today. Miss Taylor Day, aka the eighth
What
day
up?
of the week. How are you doing live from New York?
New York with a sinus infection, but we good though. I got my tea. Don't worry.
All right. What kind of tea you drink?
Well, since you asked,
Yeah.
I try to make a concoction.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have a cough drop on my mouth. It's about to be gone.
Sure.
But I make a concoction. I like to boil sliced ginger and then put
Mm.
turmeric in it and then put it with
Mm.
honey and lemon. It's just a bunch of anti-inflammatory, great like source of vitamin C. It's
Right.
ginger does everything, so I like to do that. Turmeric also does everything, so I put them together. And then honey's good for like lungs, breathing, cough. Lemon's also good for something I can't remember. It's also a great source of vitamin C. So been drinking that. Also been drinking my spearmint tea.
Okay.
It's supposed to help us PCOS girlies out there with the hair on our face.
He's silly. No doubt, no doubt. I'm a tea drinker too. I love tea. I love tea. I'm a chamomile slash I guess herbal tea, you know what I mean? But yeah, honey, a lemon, that's about it. But just a tad bit of sugar, just a tad bit, you know what I mean?
Sugar too.
Just a tad
Honey
bit,
plus
but
sugar.
yeah, we like it sweet, but the honey has more, little benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we are Simply Marvelous, and we're here to talk about a litany of things today, mainly Marvel Phase 5 and things that are just going on. We would just like to, talk about some of the news tidbits. Spiderman signing new contracts out here in these streets, apparently on the low though, because
always
Marvel hasn't officially announced anything. We want to know what's going on with the Phase 5 future plans. We're in limbo like everybody else. Maybe not as down on it as much as everybody else, but and then we have another burning question like, is Kang dead? Is the Kang dead?
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Soon and very soon we are going to see the Kang. Anyway, keep going.
All of them. The Kang is like, we're going to call him the Wu Kang. The Wu Kang.
Wu Kang.
It's a lot of them. But okay.
Dang.
We'll get into more things, Blade updates and everything. So let's get it started real quick. Marvel Phase 5.
Marvel Phase 5.
Yeah. Taylor Day, where are we going? Where are we going? We've had Phase 4 going. We just finished that up. We're looking for some connective tissue here. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Can you maybe help a brother out here?
Listen, I don't know too much, but I will say some people are putting out in the air a lot of like things to like bring us back down to earth and remind us that there is kind of like a method to the madness a little bit. Yes, we can say Marvel has been like pumping out way too much stuff and they need to pull back a little bit and let like the universe breathe and give it time for things to come together and make sense again. But I can't remember exactly who the creators were. I've heard it from several different people, that if we go back to like Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, which I actually like that movie, but
it's good.
People couldn't stand it. People hated it. But like thereafter, like the phases thereafter up to like, Infinity War and Endgame, was the entire blueprint was put out in Age of Ultron. So yes, Quantumania is the top of this new Phase 5. Yes, we've been kind of disappointed by a couple of the last films too that ended out Phase 4, but more than likely they're probably establishing like, a blueprint that they're going to follow to try to build up the world of the MCU again, that will get us to like, the other Avengers, Infinity War and stuff like that. Coming again, we're building with a lot of new characters. A lot of old characters are not coming back. So if you remember those first 10 years of when we were having all those individual movies, not all of them were killer. Like the first Thor was okay, but we didn't get a good one until 3. The first Iron Man was amazing, but like what was another one? But the second one was trash.
Second and third one was all right. A lot of people don't like the third one either. So
it had its
Yeah, I mean,
moments. I thought him and the
yeah,
kid were hilarious, which I wish they would have utilized them more in the universe in general, but that's
yeah.
another thing. But
Nobody
yeah,
puts
I
it
feel
in the
like
top 10 or 15 movies. That I'll say that.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. There were so many other things that were like much more great. Yeah, we have a lot of things dropping this year. Again, we had Quantum Mania. Anyone who saw Quantum Mania and the post-credit scenes knows that Loki season 2 is coming. And
Mm-hmm.
again, we have way more Kangs coming too, which we'll talk about more later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're still wrapping up some things. We're going to probably get our final Guardians movie. That's just my thinking, but I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
And we have other stuff coming this year and next year as well for this phase. So I don't know. I guess that was me just wanting to throw out some hope to everyone that like, yeah, we may not understand where we're going right now and feel very confused and up in the air, but
Mm-hmm.
more than likely they're going to find a way to like pull it all back together some way somehow.
Right. I agree with you. I do have it set for next show, which is tomorrow. That
Tomorrow.
we will talk about some things that Kevin Feige said about dialing back the MCU and giving us less content and letting certain things breathe a little more. Just I think that was what was special about the first couple, two, three, three phases
Yeah.
was we had time to breathe on them. They put more
Yeah.
energy into singular projects, whatever that was, and yeah, we just got too much going on now, and people
Yeah.
don't know what to do. They figured
Yeah.
out, they saw what we did in phase 1 through 3. It was like, oh, I can't wait to see that happen again. And then they do
Mhm.
it differently this time, and people don't like change at all. We get rid of
It's another
heroes.
thing that
People hate change. Go
yeah.
ahead, good, say that.
Another thing that like I guess we all as a fandom have to realize and that the creators of the MCU themselves have to realize is that at the beginning, like pre Endgame, we had so much more creative like freedom and liberty. Nothing truly had to tie back to each other apart from Thanos and the
Mhm.
Infinity Stones. Like anything else you could
True.
say and do. And now that so much lore is out here, it's like, okay, and which is like one of my main questions. Okay, so how does this tie back into the Eternals? Which how does that tie back into like
Hmm.
Shang-Chi and this and that? And it's like, how are
Hmm.
all these things making sense together?
Right.
Especially when you throw in the concept of time and multiverses in there. It's just like,
Right.
okay, where are we? Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Marvel has put themselves in the corner on this one.
they
You
backed
did,
themselves in the corner.
yeah, you try to do too much at one time. We expect everything to connect, and that's something they need to do moving forward. Is clearly label things that are supposed to connect. Basically,
Hmm.
if everything is not going to connect,
Yeah.
that's fine. I like that. I don't want everything to connect, actually, but let us know. And then it's upon the community to kind of uphold their part too. We're all conspiracy theorists now. It didn't go like that the first phase 1 and 2 for the most part. It didn't really start until
We
like
didn't
the
know
end
we
of phase
could
3.
be.
Yeah, the end of phase 3. That's
Yeah.
phase 3. That's when it really started happening. But now we're all Kevin Feige. You know what I mean? Like everybody think they can do it
Yeah.
better, and it just doesn't work that way. So we kind of just gotta live out the process and see what they're going to do. But they have put out too much stuff. You know what I mean? We can't take as much as we thought we could. We went to the buffet and
Get
said,
some
"I'm gonna have some of that, and that." You brought back the first plate. It was like, you know what? I ain't gonna get to all that other stuff. We're gonna try, but
yeah.
it's starting to get gross because I done ate so much of it. That's just how it's going. So there's a lot. I
It's like the
actually pulled
greatest.
up. Go ahead. You can go ahead. I got this too.
Oh no, go ahead.
Just to, you know what I mean? When I talk about connective tissue, I just wanted to look through all the projects we got just coming this year, just to see if there's anything that look like it's going to connect. Because I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but obviously the Guardians, like you said, probably the final one, or
I think it's
the final one of this iteration. Nah, you're probably right. It's probably the final movie.
just
Not
but
saying
think
they
about
won't
all
be
the
there.
characters that they've kind of hinted at.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm not saying that like we're juggling too many characters, but there's so many new characters that they have to introduce, and so few of the previous characters that will come back that it's like, well, why not just go ahead and
Wipe
get
them
rid of them
off.
all? Chris Pratt's is more than likely not coming back. just let's retire that part and maybe revisit it a lot later. But that's just me. Also, speaking of loose ends, Secret Invasion, y'all gonna need to explain the triangle sandwiches.
Why did I just see that? What did he say? I can't eat sandwiches unless it's
Because
cut into triangular shaped pieces or whatever.
it's
That's hilarious.
easy, like it has to be like a scroll thing, but I need them to like say like, oh yeah, he's a scroll. He eats. I knew you were a scroll since you ate triangle
Eight triangle
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Something like that.
Hey,
Like,
they'll
come
try
on,
to.
y'all. That
They'll
was
do something. I'm
I
sure
got
they'll
to.
try to explain it. They don't, like I said, we talk too much now as a community, so they feel the obligation to start explaining certain things. That's just
We
how
be
it's going to
looking.
be. I like, yes, we definitely be looking. Secret Invasion. None of these have release dates. I think the only one in here that will have a release date is the Marvels, and obviously that was pushed back. Oh, and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Invasion. We got What If season 2. We're hearing through the grapevine that they might cut this out after season 3, I believe, of What
They
If.
should. They need to let it go.
I don't know. I love What If. Only thing, I love What If. Period.
I would love What If more if it didn't come if it wasn't canon. If it wasn't canon, I think I would like it a lot more. But they had an opportunity to include it where I probably would like it more and have Jeffrey Wright
Doctor
actually
Strange.
show up in the main movies, and they haven't done that yet. I don't think they will. So I'm like, no, it can't be canon now. Just let it be its own thing.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Just let it be standalone. Just let your creators be creative with the show and don't say it's canon. I agree with that. They missed the opportunity in Doctor Strange. When they didn't do it there, I was like, okay.
Hello.
I mean, what are you guys doing? But the show is fire, though. Do not get it twisted. It's one of my favorites. It's just they missed the opportunity, like you said. Loki season 2. We already know what's up. Kang, Mr. Victor Timely, I think that's his name. That variation of Kang. We'll be hunting him down. Ironheart. I mean, I'm excited for it, but yeah, I wonder what corner of the universe this is going to fall into.
Yeah. Did you hear how like people were saying rumors about Robert Downey Jr. coming back in Secret Wars?
Secret Wars. I've seen the headline. I haven't read into it because there's been so many Robert Downey Jr.'s coming back moments. Like,
yeah, that's true. I need him to sit this one out, though. Love him to death.
It depends what fashion it is.
But he had it's like.
It just depends how it is. I wish they would shut up about it, though. That's what I wish.
Same.
Yeah.
But bringing Robert Downey Jr. back is like making a 4th Toy Story. We didn't need it. Y'all ended it perfectly on the 3rd try. Like,
I agree. The only way I would accept it is he's like the AI for Ironheart or whoever else is in Secret.
I would love that.
I would love that. A variant of him. I don't know how I would feel about that because it's really just going to be some. I don't know. I don't want him to be instrumental in the win, if that makes sense. Oh, we got to call Tony from an alternate dimension because he's the only one that. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do that to us. Please, no.
No.
All right. X-Men 97. That really don't count, but I am excited for it, especially as a 90s or 80s baby. You know what I mean? Echo. I mean, that's going to be the Daredevil corner of the universe. We all know. How far does that universe expand? Who knows? There's rumors that he might be in Secret Wars also. The Marvels pushed back to November. I know, right? He might as well. The Marvels is in November. So, Agatha, will it make the cut? I think that's 2024 now. I think it's probably
going to be 2024
slide
too.
That.
Especially if the writer's strike happens like they expect it to.
Yeah. When is that supposed to happen? If it does happen,
this summer.
This summer. Good thing.
So unless they already have the script submitted and locked, then yeah,
could be a problem. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, like if the script, if they've already started production and the script's already locked in, you don't have anything to worry about. They're just finishing. But anything that's not done and submitted, once the strike happens,
Nothing.
you're good. There's nothing like until everyone comes to an agreement. So yeah, I don't know.
Keep your eye out on the writer strike, guys. Taylor Dave will be here to inform. Our industry insider. All right, we won't go further in this list because it goes down the rabbit hole. It's a 2024, but it's not a lot of connective tissue that I can see on the surface. But obviously, we haven't seen these movies, so things can get crazy.
Yeah.
I am excited to see these, though. I am gonna lie. The Thunderbolts and Cap. Every time I hear something new about them, it gets me hyper. So I can't wait.
Is this a nice segue into our Thunderbolts and Cap spoiler, possibly?
Do you want to? We can do that.
I mean,
yeah, let's
whatever you want. Whatever you want. I just saw the opportunity.
No, go ahead, because we're gonna run that. We're gonna run that. All right, hold on.
Okay, so basically, I was surfing the TikTok streets, and I came across a video of Mr. Anthony Mackie, Captain America himself, former Falcon, talking about Thunderbolts production, and he was saying how all the movies are going to go into production around the same time. He's going to be over at that set, shutting down production all the time because you know how mischievous he can be. However, he said how everyone is on Thunderbolts. Who is everyone, Anthony?
He said everyone except him, actually.
He said everyone except him. And he was about to start naming them. And he went,
he
cut
slipped
the check,
up
roll the tape.
A little bit.
He slipped a little bit.
Hold on, so I'm going to try to play it through my mic and tell me if it's audible pretty good, because I'll try to show it as it goes. Uh-oh, hold on.
Wrong video.
Can you hear that?
Everybody but me. So I'm literally the only. Why? Like everybody's in Thunderbolt. So we're all shooting at the same time. So
you gotta run it back again.
I gotta run it back again. Hold on.
You already missed it.
Listen now, y'all. Hold on. Not that we ain't doing TikTok dances today. Oh my gosh. Oh, one of my friends is gonna kill me because that was one of them.
Oh no!
David is Thunderbolt got everybody but me, so I'm literally the only. Why? Like everybody's in Thunderbolt.
He almost said it. He almost said it right there.
And for those who still didn't catch it, it sounds like he almost says Wanda. Maybe in Thunderbolt.
Everybody. He caught himself. Why would she be in there? That's the real question. If she is, why?
Who knows? Who knows? Either they try to get her on their team, or they're sent out to get her. Which that's dumb. Like that would be so dumb for them to go after her. Like,
oh, I don't. Okay, so
we saw what she did to literally the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And they think that they can send what's his name? The Wish version of Captain America. No.
Not the Wish version, though. It hurts me every time.
You know daggone well, not even a great value. It was straight Wish.
He is very Wish. Not Wishbone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No.
That's Wish. Okay, so I mean, if we can get more Wanda, I'm down with more Wanda. Wanda is not dead. I don't ever know why people thought that was a real thing. She's coming back.
She probably should. She would. She's coming back. Yeah. She's coming back. She's fine.
So I'm gonna skip a few topics. And I'm gonna go to this one because this one is on brand of what we're talking about, and maybe the reason why. Maybe the reason why Miss Wanda would show up. Did Marvel just cast Steven Yeun as the Sentry for Thunderbolts? Now Sentry is Omega power level character, at least comic wise, the man with the power of 1,000 exploding suns. Like, come on. Yeah, you might want to call Scarlet for somebody like that because the team you currently have is all super soldiers. They ain't got 1,000 exploding sun strength. So
Sure don't.
nah, I don't know. This is, I mean, me and you personally probably have never read a Sentry, anything with Sentry in it. I've seen many pictures. I've seen like versus battles. People, put Superman versus Sentry or whatever and just explain power levels and things, but I don't know the character in general. So I assume that his race and all that stuff doesn't factor into his character. I know he's a super blonde, Thor looking character in the comics.
Steven Yeun is blonde.
Yeah. Interesting. But casting the Asian guy, aka what's my man? What was his name in Walking Dead? That's what I wanted to call it.
Glenn. He was Glenn.
Glenn. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I just, I wonder what Sentry is doing in there. Apparently, he's man-made. Like he's made by Allegra DeFontaine, like a secret project, possibly. That's the theory that I've heard for Sentry, which is,
Listen, if he's gonna be man-made, he's about to be woman disassembled, because how Wanda be doing. She be going through just dismantling stuff.
Don't turn that man into noodles like you did Mr. Fantastic. Please don't do that. But I think it's pretty cool though. Especially so we got Shang-Chi in that corner of the universe. This is I don't want to call it like more of, how do I put that? Like non-stereotypical. If that makes sense. Like,
it was outside the box.
Yeah, outside of the box, I guess you can say. So in that case, I love it. And like I said, he's not tied to his race or his color at all, as far as the character that I know. So I love it, man. I don't know if it's true, but I love it.
Cool.
There was another rumor though that he could be, what do you say, an older version of Amadeus Cho, which is another version of what is that noise? You hear that?
It probably is the street for me. It's
New York. Okay. Oh, so
it's
New York.
It's New York. Some sirens in the street.
That was the third guest on the show is New York.
I'm sorry, you're gonna hear.
No, you good. No, I just wondered what it was. Amadeus Cho. He is another Hulk in the comic books. So, I mean, it could be that, and it almost makes more sense than Sentry, but I kind of hope he's Sentry.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean? We'll see. All right. So on to the next topic. Spidey to lead the Avengers. What do you think about that?
Okay, so remember when the Avengers were first coming out, or when Spider-Man was first introduced, and he was like this brand new kid, and people were like, in the comics, Spider-Man led the Avengers. How is he going to lead the Avengers now? Maybe this is it.
Sophomore in high school.
He was, but like maybe this is their way to get back to the source material, where it's like, okay, now he can be the head, the lead, because he's like, he's one of the originals, one of the few originals left that has like fought before. True. In big wartime. I don't know. I feel fine with it. It may still be a little bit premature, but at the end of the day, he always was going to try to follow in Tony's footsteps because that's his surrogate father. So
big facts. Yeah, it'd be like that.
It is what it is. I know. All I know is that if Sony allows it to happen, they get in that bag.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Getting that bag.
Oh my gosh. First of all, that man is going to make Tony Stark's money, period, when it comes to these next few films that he does do. I don't know what that bag is going to be like, but 50, 60, 70 million per situation. Yeah, that man going to get the bags. So as far as him leading, I don't mind it at all. I do wonder what the time jump is going to be between the last time we saw him, in his last movie. Was that Far From Home? No, that was No Way Home. No Way Home. Yep, No Way Home to Kang's Dynasty. What is he, 17 in No Way Home? Did he? No, he was 18 because he was applying for colleges. So he was probably about to graduate. He was
Are we adding in blip time or taking out blip time?
We'll go with just straight regular time. I mean, I guess blip
Okay.
time. I don't know. He's
Because
around
that's
19.
adding or subtracting 5 years. But
Yeah,
yeah, he's
yeah,
like
true that.
19.
19-ish. But you talking about maybe an extra 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully between then and Kang's Dynasty. So he's in his mid-20s. Let's just say that. This man has lost Uncle Ben, his auntie, Aunt May. This man has disappeared for 5 years. He's assembled 3 Spider-Mans together. He's been through more than nearly everybody that we have left to offer, period.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's super intelligent. So he's not just a dumb kid or dumb teenager, whatever you want to call it. This man he's super smart. So I don't see any problem with him leading the Avengers. I do want to know how they address the I don't remember you angle. Like they don't know him at all.
But what if this isn't like the Avengers as we have known the Avengers? What if this is actually him leading the young Avengers?
Yeah. I wonder, so is it going to be separate though?
I don't know.
That's what I wonder. Like we've heard this many a time. The Young Avengers, West Coast Avengers, the Avengers, whatever. Is it just going to be a separate thing, or is it just going to be some young, super young members that he's probably like the OG to that he's,
I just feel like in my mind, Kang comes in, kills the Avengers, and somehow Spidey gets out and is like, we have to still assemble a team to keep fighting just like they did to bring us back from the blip. And that's how he gets together the Young Avengers, and bam, that's like the next like Avengers movie. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, that sounds a lot like Infinity War. But like the fact that Kang has said so many times, haven't I killed you before? I've killed many Avengers before. I've killed the Avengers. It's like, okay, so probably is going to kill the Avengers because them niggas always be dying. And and then we're going to somehow get a new team of Avengers. They do.
Oh, no. You ain't lying, though. You're not lying. I mean, I like your idea, though. If we're going to get the Young Avengers, let it be in that fashion. But you also run the risk of repeating Infinity Wars, too.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what I'm
exact,
saying,
the exact same, plot device, basically. They have to do it differently. We don't need to travel through the multiverse to find the Avengers, or I don't want to do that. But what you saying is making total sense. I can totally see them doing that.
But would it be going through and trying to find, like, going back through the multiverse to try to get back, or is it trying to write the different timelines? And so it's not like really trying to bring them back. It's just trying to get everyone back onto one timeline again. Since they're having the timeline collisions, I'm thinking big picture, baby. I'm thinking beyond. I'm thinking like Avengers 3, 4, 5.
I feel you.
I don't know. I
feel you though. That's going to be a tricky thing because it's going to be entire universes that die.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, at the hands of our Avengers and Kang, like both sides are going to have to be doing this to timelines, just snipping off timelines. And then the next Doctor Strange will probably be all about that. I know he was off to handle what they call them, incursions.
Yes. Yeah. And this is how Doctor Strange is going to come into this, because he's going to be the one to tell Peter again, it's going to be your only chance. And Peter's going to be like, you don't remember me? And then he's going to be like, no, who are you? But all I know is that you're going to be the only chance that, anyway, I'm going to let it go. But if it happens, y'all heard it here first.
Okay, real quick. When he erased everybody's memory, was it they don't remember Spider-Man, or they just don't remember Peter is Spider-Man?
They don't remember Peter.
So they don't remember Peter as Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
So his theory,
nobody remembers Peter at all.
He'll show up to the party and everybody be like, "Hey, it's Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Who are you though? Like,
yeah,
we don't know who you are.
That's why he got to leave that mask on.
Okay. Right.
Leave it
Okay.
alone.
That makes sense though. So his body of work is still intact. Everybody knows what he did and helped do. They just don't know who
Don't
he
know
is
who
under
this
the
is.
mask. Cool, sweet. That's cool then. We like that. I don't know, guys. I mean, if it seems right, the man could lead. He'll be a better leader than I always want. Do you think he's better than the Falcon to lead? Just because he has powers? Because Anthony Mackie seems not to think he should be able to lead because he doesn't have powers.
I don't think the powers should dictate that,
I don't either.
but I don't know. I think if we're thinking about the Avengers in the future, I could see. I don't know. I don't know, but I can see why they like would want Spider-Man over the new Captain America. But like, I wouldn't say like he couldn't do it. But I could see like I don't know, just I don't know.
Let's
I
just
don't
keep
know
it real. Spidey is going to lead it because they want that money.
because they want that money, and Spidey has always led it, and Spidey has always made the most money in for Marvel. Period.
Dig it. All right, real quick, a couple more topics, and then we're gonna get out of here. I know we got a deadline. Yes,
I know.
All right, just real quick, yay or nay? Is Kang dead?
Listen, I thought he was. I thought he was. The top three talked about it, but a lot of people out here are starting to change my mind. What do you think?
I never thought he was dead, just because they necessarily didn't kill him on screen. He just kind of, you know what I mean, did one of those
into the
I
ball.
went into something and vanished type thing. He's Kang the Conqueror. Nah, he's not dead. What he will transition into, I know you talked about earlier. The Beyonder.
Yeah. A lot of people think that he's going to come back as the Beyonder. When he got sucked into the little ball thing, which the name I can't remember right now. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Time crunch. Right. They think that put kind of kicked him beyond space and time, and that's why we end up seeing his statue in Loki. That he still took over the TVA wherever that was beyond space and time, and that he will reemerge at some point, not as Kang the Conqueror, but as Kang the Beyonder.
Which is a departure from the comics big time, but I'm here for it. Brother, don't stick to the comics like that. But anyways, yeah, I agree though. He's not dead. I don't think he's dead. All right, one more topic and then we're out of here. Blade update. Blade. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know.
From what I heard on the street, Blade is actually going to start filming May 1st, my birthday.
Go. It's your birthday.
And as most of you know, Blade has had kind of tumultuous pre-production and production so far. They stopped production on the film because they didn't like the script and it wasn't going great. Fired the director and the writer and got a new writer, got a new director, and Mahershala Ali became one of the lead producers on the project, whereas he wasn't initially. So this is big news that it's finally going to go into production with the new script, the new creative team, and that means that we're one step to getting closer to Blade, which I still don't know how that factors into the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, especially since it's supposedly based in the 20s, the 1920s. That's weird.
Yeah, that was what the movie's supposed to be in the 1920s.
So, well, I don't know. We'll see. One thing real quick. The new director is from Lovecraft Country. Can you remember?
Hey,
the name? It's Yeun something. I can't remember what it is, but respect. If you're from Lovecraft, I don't care if you was just on getting coffee for folks. If you're from Lovecraft, I'm with you now. You heard me?
We rocking with Lovecraft.
We rocking with you.
Because Lovecraft was rocking with us, okay?
That's no doubt. All right. Well, we don't have, we're up against time crunch, so we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, But I appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you got some information that you needed and didn't know you needed, and we gave it to you. And so please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about Phase 5 moving forward and all the other things we talked about. On that note, Taylor, we out of here.
We out of here.
Peace and love.
Time.
Love.